Early Care and Education Projects trainers. As you know, every training you provide on behalf of ECEP must be registered with the TAPP Registry. This video is going to walk you through how to do just that. When registering your course on the TAPP Registry, you'll be asked to include the location where the training will take place, as well as the physical address, city, and county. You'll also need to include the specific dates and time of your training. Because this information is also required for the ECEP course submission form, I would recommend you go ahead and complete the course submission form first so that you can refer back to it when registering your course with the TAPP Registry. So for the purpose of this training video, I've created a pre-K ELA course that I will use to register with the TAPP Registry. And as you can see, I have completed the ECEP course submission form so that we can refer back to it. One of the things to know is the time of your course. In terms of the time, you want to make sure that the dates and hours of your course equal the required seat hours. So for example, pre-K ELA is a 30-hour course. Therefore, participants are required to have 30 in-class seat hours, and this does not include breaks. So as you can see on my course submission form, I'll be having class for a total of 8 nights. 7 nights will be 4 hours of instruction time with 30 minutes allotted for breaks. And then that last night of class will only be for 2 hours, but I've allotted 15 minutes for break, which is over 30 hours. However, they will be receiving 30 hours of instruction time. So to begin, we need to go to the home page of the TAPP Registry. All members of the registry are able to log into their registry members' personal data pages to view their TAPP training transcripts, complete TAPP training evaluations, as well as print their membership cards. This is also where trainers can access their course information, such as preliminary rosters, course ID numbers, as well as register their upcoming courses. To be an approved trainer with ECEP, you're also required to be listed as a trainer in the TAPP Registry. Therefore, you will utilize your registry members' personal data page to access these TAPP Registry trainer features. So to begin, you'll need to log in using your TAPP ID number and password that was assigned to you by the TAPP Registry. If you do not have either one of these pieces of information, you'll need to contact TAPP as they are the only ones that have that on file. So once we've logged in, we're going to click on Registry Members Personal Data. And once this page comes up, this is your personal data page, and as a trainer, you will have an extra blue tab at the top that says Trainer. We're going to hover over it, and then the next thing, you go down to Register New Training. You are now in the training registration screen. Over the past several years, ECEP has worked closely with the TAPP Registry to get all the courses we oversee to be considered standard courses in the TAPP Registry. What this means to you as a trainer is we have worked closely with TAPP to get all the course information that we can to pre-populate when you register a course that ECEP oversees. In order for these fields to pre-populate, you must choose the course from the drop-down menu. As of now, all the courses that ECEP oversees are listed into this drop-down menu right here. While you're registering a course, if you are not able to find your course title, please let your training advisor know so that they can look into this and have it corrected and/or added. I'm now going to refer back to my ECEP course submission form, and I'm going to be registering a pre-K ELA. So I'm going to choose pre-K ELA from my drop-down menu. And as you can see, the course title name automatically comes up, as well as all the lessons and the hours of training. This is not going to be a conference, nor is it going to be a webinar. When it comes to Section 2, Session Information, you now have to tell TAPP how many different meeting dates there are going to be. In this case, I'm going to have 8. So as soon as I do the little circle by 8 boxes come up for the dates. If my course was only going to be 4 days, 4 boxes comes up, but in this case it's going to be 8. And now I need to enter the site of where my training is going to take place and the physical address. When it comes to the physical address, this is not the mailing address. This is where your participants need to show up to come to. Alright, so now I'm going to refer back to my ECEP course submission form, and I'm going to be scheduling a pre-K ELA course. So I'm going to choose pre-K ELA from the drop-down menu. And as soon as I do that, the course title name automatically comes up, as well as the lessons and their hours of training. Keyword used for topic searches. I'm going to go through here and find pre-K ELA. And it's not a conference, nor is it a webinar. I now need to enter how many different meeting dates I will be having, and in this case I'm going to be having 8. As soon as you selected that, You now have 8 different boxes that come up that you have to put the date, the start time, and the end time. If you're only going to be meeting for 4 days, you click on 4 and the same thing comes up. But in this case, it's going to be 8. And now I need to put in the location or the site of my training. This particular one is My School, Inc. And now the physical address. This is not the mailing address. This is a physical address of where your participants need to show up to attend your training. And in my case, it's 321 My School Street. And then your city, zip code, and your county. When it comes to entering the dates of your training, unfortunately you're not able to click in that box and just enter in the numbers using a keypad. You need to click on the little calendar icon right here. And my first date of class is going to be 11/19, so I'm going to click on the calendar icon, scroll over to find 11/9, and then the start time is 5 p.m. Again, you can't just click in that box and type into it. You have to select the clock icon and then do 5 o'clock to 9:30. Now I'm going to have to do that for the rest of my dates. So again, calendar function, scroll over to find your date, which my next one's 11/16, and then the clock function. Okay, as you can see, I have entered all 8 of my dates along with their start time and end time, with the last class ending at 7:15 p.m. Now I need to tell the TAPP registry what's the maximum number of credit hours a person can receive from attending this course. And in this case, pre-KLA is 30 hours. If I was doing a CCOT, it would be 10. If I was doing a SEL, pre-K SEL, it would be 45 hours. It's just the maximum number of hours a person can receive. So I'm going to scroll down. Automatically all my lessons have pre-populated as well as my hours of training, so I don't have to type that in, which that's a good thing about choosing the title from the drop-down menu at the top. And now section 3 is the proposer information. When it comes to the sponsoring institution, you always want to choose University Arkansas Fayetteville. Do not put the institution that we have assigned you to. You always put the University Arkansas Fayetteville there, and the reason is that tells TAPP that if they have any questions regarding the content or curriculum of this course, they can contact us as we oversee it. When it comes to the phone number, you can put your personal phone number if you would like. Again, this is not going to be on the registry website. This is just for TAPP's purposes only. And when it comes to the email address, leave it the default, which is ecepinfo@uark.edu. So again, section 3, you're going to use University Arkansas Fayetteville, UA Fayetteville, and the email address is ecepinfo@uark. The next section is section 4, which is the website information. This is where you tell TAPP if you want your course displayed on the training opportunities page of their website. When it comes to ECEP courses, we would prefer that you always list yes right here. If for any reason you have a course that you do not want displayed on the TAPP registry website, contact your training advisor and let them know that, and you guys can discuss that to see if it does need to be listed or not. So in this case, I'm going to put yes. When it comes to the contact name, this is who do you want participants to call if they have any questions about registering for this course, to see if they can attend or if they have any other questions in regards to that. So in this case, I'm going to put Carol Brady, and this is just the phone number where Carol Brady can be reached. Question number 4 is what's the maximum number of participants that may enroll? Let's say as a trainer, you are doing a training for a specific site, and you know that that site has at least 25 staff members that are going to be attending. Because that's such a high number, you don't want anyone else to be able to register for this particular course since you're doing it for this site. If that's the case, then right here you're going to put 0. You don't want anyone else to be able to enroll. Okay, let's say you're doing a course for a site and they only have 10 employees. Well, that's not even enough for the class to make, so you need other people to be able to register to attend this training. So if that's the case, then if you already have 10 staff members and you want to make the maximum of 30, let's say you want to have 30 people in a class, then you're going to put 20 right here. So that's telling TAPP that they can allow up to 20 additional people to register. If you're going to do it for a site and you want them to pre-register through the registry website, then you might go ahead and put in 30 and then tell that director to have their staff go in and register for the course. It's completely up to you if you want to allow additional participants to enroll if you need those extra numbers to even have the class make. Question number 5 is, would you like participants to be able to register online via the TAPP registry? This is completely up to you if you have them register via the TAPP registry or not. If you put yes, then they're going to be registering through the TAPP registry and they will handle your preliminary roster, which you have access to. Keep in mind that if you have participants to call you to register or email you to register, you will then be responsible for your own preliminary rosters, and this becomes important in case you have to cancel your course for any reason or reschedule it for factors outside of your control. So if something comes up and you have to reschedule the course or cancel it for a night, then you have to be able to contact those participants to let them know. So if you're going to handle your own pre-registration, you need to make sure to have the records to be able to contact everyone. So in this case, I'm going to put no, I do not want them to register online via the registry, and you could put an email, please email for more information or to register. You can put whatever you would like there. So when it comes to section 5, please check the primary key content. This is another one of the sections that I've pre-populated because it's a standard course, and so as a trainer you don't have to check what key content areas are going to be covered, nor do you have to figure out the percentage of hours. That's already done for you. When it comes to section 6, the specialty area of participants, you're only going to be choosing one. If you are not sure which one this is, again, contact your training advisor to be able to get the correct information. So in this case, it's a pre-K ELA, so the specialty area of my participants mainly is going to be preschool. And same thing with section 7, level of training. What level of practitioner would benefit from this training? Again, if you do not know, then you need to contact your training advisor and get that information. Section 8 is just the extra course information. The course description automatically populates for you, and again, this is because it's a standard course in the TAPP training registry. When it comes to this additional course information, this is if there's anything else you want your participants to be able to know in advance. So it could be something like bring change for the parking meter, bring a sack lunch, lunch will be on your own, or park across the street. You can put anything in here. Please note, however, that this may not be seen by everyone. So if you have something that's really important that everyone needs to know prior to the first day of class, make sure you email them or call them to let them know. Because again, even though you put it here in the extra course information, they might not click on this particular spot to even read it. So if they cannot park in the back, then as a trainer, you might want to contact everyone beforehand, or again, email them and say, hey, I'm really looking forward to having you in class. A little note about parking, please do not park in the back. Or something like that. You can put whatever you would like there. When it comes to these 3 questions at the bottom, they automatically default to no, no, and yes. So, allow duplicate enrollment in course, require email when registering for course. This is just your preference. When it comes to require course trainer evaluation upon course completion, yes or no, always leave that to be yes, because that is a TAPP registry requirement. If for any reason you need to choose no, then you definitely need to contact your TAPP training advisor, or I'm sorry, your ECEP training advisor, as they need to be made aware of that. And so once you have everything completed, then you can either print this for your records, and then you can click submit new training. Once you submit new training, you get this line right here that says course has been updated in the time that you've submitted it. If you receive this, that means that they have received it. So now what I'm going to do is click return to personal page, and it's going to take me back to my personal data page. I can go to my trainer tab and go down to training submitted online under review, and the course that I just now submitted will be right here. So this again is another check to say, hey, I did submit this online on this date. It usually takes TAPP anywhere between less than a few hours to a week to process this. Once this is processed, it's then going to go up on my teaching schedule. So as you can see here, I have another one that I've already scheduled, and I can have my course ID number right there, that 51810. Once your registration form has been processed by TAPP and a course ID number has been assigned, make sure to enter that course ID number on your ECEP course submission form and then submit this to Early Care and Education Projects. And you can do that via email at ecepinfo@uark.edu, and that email address is also at the bottom of the form. Thank you for watching this video on how to register ECEP courses with the TAPP Registry. If you have any questions or comments at any time, please do not hesitate to contact us. As always, we look forward to continuing our work with you for the children and families of Arkansas.